Hello, I'm Mike Cornell. Welcome back to my perfect playthrough of Pokemon's Red and Blue for the Game Boy. And while Blue is off to a head start, I'm going to show off my party setup. Last time I duplicated the stars via the save merger up. And my efforts, well, initially it was just one Pokemon caught, but I wound up boost everyone to 3 through an off-screen trade. And Blue's still at a bit of a head start, but Red has a shot at maybe making a comeback. So why did I have Blue go off to a head start? And honestly, I actually decided to have the town map. I honestly had a hunch that things were going to be a lot closer this time if I just had one game be the head start. So after nabbing the town map, I picked up the hidden potions. And now we're off to Viridian Forest. So Blue evades the route to tall grass, while Red do the same thing. And there is the hidden antidote right there. We still need to pick up the Pokeball. Oh wait, nope, Red's gonna check out the signs and explore a bit. This Pokemon gym is always closed. I wonder who the leader is. And gym doors are locked. I don't know what. I think the controller's just acting a little screwy in my Blue playthrough, So John here is going to battle the first bug catcher, and Bulbasaur needs Seeks to hit level 8 for a certain trick that I'm going to perform. So, yeah, trying to collect my bearings as well as possibly wait a while for Red to try and catch up. It's gonna be a while. Anyways, again, there's the hidden antidote. Bulbasaur's completely immune to the effects, cannot be poisoned since Bulbasaur is part poison type. I don't mind the tackle miss because I need to use up a certain number of tackles. This fight, Bulbasaur will hit level 8 on the dot. First level 7 and then level 8. And this is actually important because Bulbasaur also need to learn Leech Seed. Pretty much the only other requirement is that Caterpie needs to stay alive. And that's the move order that we need for Bulbasaur to have. Leech Seed at top, Tackle in the second slot, and Growl in the third. Otherwise, I just need to hope that Bulbasaur survives this attack. Look at him go. Bulbasaur is level 8. So, Bulbasaur is done in the forest. But before I do anything, I'm gonna swap him out for Squirtle at top. Squirtle needs the experience. And I need to shift the Bell Stealth to shift. Can't jam out if you're a Pokemon trainer. And I'm really sluggish in Red version. And as you can see, I'm also kind of sluggish in other areas too. And the reason why Blue's always ahead of Red is because I actually played Pokemon Red first and then Pokemon Blue. And I do this so I could scout out some better strategies. One that doesn't involve a heavy dose of save states. A catcher sound Kakuna. Squirrel return. Good Charmander. And Charmander obviously needs the experience as well, but really the reason why I have Charmander take out Kakuna here is to ensure that Squirrel hits level 8. Because I don't believe Squirrel will be able to will skip level 8 and will miss out on learning Bubble altogether. And I need Squirrel to learn Bubble. When I skip levels, the moves, I either am not going to be skipping the level up moves it would learn, or if I do, it's something useless like Leer. And there you go, Squirrel. Blue Squirrel is level 8, and he learned Bubble. However, because Bulbasaur needs to remain at level 8, and Charmander battle Kakuna, Squirrel needs to take on the third bug catcher. Then the one bug catcher who's mandatory. And I just wanted to prove on my file that I did the traits to add Squirrel and Charmander back into both Pokedexes. And if as a I only need a wild Caterpie. And this is what I meant. Because I knew that something like this was probably gonna happen. I had good grass RNG in red version and ran into not this one. I ran into one of the two Pokemon I needed to run into right away, and I had ideal RNG with 0 critical hits. So I knew that there was a good shot of red catching up at this point. Potion. And I just wanted to make sure I didn't trigger an encounter, so move Squirrel back up top. And while this is going on, Bulbasaur needs to use 4 growls first. This should give Kakuna enough time to use enough Hardens so I don't kill him too quickly. Meanwhile, Squirrel is just gonna battle the third bug catcher because I still need to run into Metapod or Kakuna in my copy of Blue and do the same thing that Red's doing. So far, so good. Both games. Squirrel's not even getting poisoned. Tanked a critical hit, and I think Squirrel's gonna hit level 9 right now. Good. You're good at this. Yeah, but I still need to run into Metapod or Kakuna. One of the 2 cocoon-based Pokemon. Here we are! And this is the chance for Red to catch up. That's what we needed. Leech at top, 16 tackles in the second slot, and 36 growls on the third slot. Red's Bulbasaur is done. Now for Blue to catch up. That's the fourth and final growl I need. Hopefully those hardens allow me to safely use up 7 tackles. Unfortunately, Red made a mistake by going for the bug catcher first instead of the potion. In Red, Blue, and Yellow, you can't just turn from a standstill, at least not easily. You try, it's very likely that you will move a spot anyways. At least Yellow has Pikachu to act as a bit of a stopgap. But I got the critical hit against the Metapod, and because I'm not allowed to gain experience off random encounters, I had to run away. And now I just need to use 2 tackles against this Metapod, so I could get the countdown to 16. Now to run away. And now Red has caught up and taken the lead. Cool. Alright, let's go. We need to stop by the Pokemon Center, and it's not just because we're all beat up, but before we need to use it, we need this Pokemon Center to be a teleport spawn. Gotta deposit Bulbasaur in both games, and then talk to Nurse Joy on the counter to heal up. This ensures the Pokemon Center becomes a teleport spawn. Charmander needs to be the lead in both games, and now I can withdraw Bulbasaur. And Blue's caught up again. And Professor Oak, best check my Pokedex. 9 Pokemon seen, 3 own. Still have lots to do, look for Pokemon grassy areas. And now we need to buy the one escape rope from the Pokemarts. Blue already has those, and I even made sure to highlight the menu cursor over save so I could save my game. And power off. If you don't do this, if you don't highlight the cursor over save before doing the Pewter skip, you won't be able to move the cursor at all, so. I'm holding down the right button in Blue. And we'll do the same thing, but before we talk to this guy on the right, we need to check Bulbasaur's stats. In order to set the coordinates, hold B and right. And we are going to, and this is the Brock Thru Walls. Normally sequence breaks are not allowed, but because I still have Pokemon Yellow to play through, and Pokemon Yellow had completely patched out this glitch, not just the Brock Thru Walls, but the Pewter skip altogether, I decided to use this opportunity to cut ahead. And the reason for this, I'm only going to perform the Pewter City skip for one reason only. And it ain't the Great Ball. It's actually to grab, so I could grab both fossils. Now again, Red has an opportunity to catch up with Blue here because Blue keeps running into random encounters, and Charmander is the only one that's fast enough to escape from the wild Zubats. pick up the Helix Fossil, I go down and then left, pick up the Dome Fossil. And then I immediately escape rope before a Super Nerd decides to spawn out. Blue is still ahead. Now I cannot battle this Super Nerd and I cannot level up Bulbasaur at all throughout this whole thing. Nor can I alter Bulbasaur's stats. And the reason for this is because if I don't, the game won't be able to recognize where I'm at. Alright, I'm back at Pewter City. It'll just assume that I'm somewhere else. And this has a weird effect at Brock's gym, where the junior trainer soft locks, and Brock, instead of battling him, will just give you the TM for bide, and boom, you're stuck here. Brock soft promotion. I'm just gonna battle this junior trainer here with... Now, Pokemon Blue has some interesting techniques in contrast to Pokemon Red, because this Diglett has a shot at critical hitting with Scratch because it's fast. I decided to just deal a ton of damage with Ember. I should get a crit. So I'm going to use a couple growls here. In order to help Bulbasaur out a bit. Whereas Red, I'm just going to be using the Leech Seed stall tactics and end up using a potion to bail out my Bulbasaur. Now, yes, I needed Charmander to faint, so Bulbasaur can nab all the experience for himself. Just like that, Bulbasaur is level 9. Fortunately, Sandshrews really bulky, so I need to swap him out for Squirtle here. And I would rather start with the Tail Whips, and unfortunately Sandshrew gets a crit. Damage is pretty much just chip damage. Every little bit helps, as the saying goes. Then something happens to the AI, and the AI decides, yeah, I'm not gonna try to finish you off. So I'm able to land one more tackle, two more tackles, so I'm definitely in 1 or 2 shot range for Squirtle. I missed the Tail Whip and Squirtle dies. That's okay. And I got Sand Attack Miss, so I'm able to shot Sandshrew with no problems. Fortunately, once again, Bulbasaur in Red decides to go for the stall tactics. So now I can take on Brock because everything is as it should be. Alright, except that Bulbasaur still hasn't learned a damaging grass type move, so I still need to rely on stall tactics and Blue. Especially since the rest of my team has fainted. Now, for now, I'm just gonna spam Growl on Geodude. He already opened up with Defense Curls. And I should address that probably the biggest reason why Red's not able to catch up to Blue is because, unlike in Pokemon Blue, not only did I fail to change the options back to set, which I will off-screen in the next episode, so don't worry about that. But my other two pokes are still alive and at full health. And by the way, regardless, worth knowing is that, as a reminder, because Charmander and Squirrel came from older save files that wound up getting merged into this new save file, they are treated as trade Pokemon, because different trainer IDs and whatnot. Because of this, Charmander and Squirrel will only remain obedient to us until level 10, until they pass level 10. And Geodude can no longer deal enough damage to actually build damage on me, so look at that. I'm all the way back to full health. Fortunately, that's, again, not enough to level up, but that's not entirely a bad thing. And Blue gets stupidly good RNG from Onix. Just getting a bunch of buys, so I'm free to just spam growls on him. And this is kind of what I mean by stupid good RNG. Because of those buys, Blue is just gonna continuously build on the... continue to separate itself from Red in terms of progress. Because of all these growls, Onix, just like Geodude, will be dealing basically chip damage. However, Onix also knows Screech, which can definitely help even the odds a bit. For what it's worth, at least I haven't landed a critical hit yet. But because I'm so far ahead, and because of Red, and because I... Oh. I need to wait up for Red. I decided for Blue to just keep spamming Growl whenever Onix uses Bide. But right now, I think I feel content to go all out now. Alright, Bulbasaurus. Blue has defeated Brock. Sorry, his name's John. Bulbasaur at level 13 and now knows Vine Whip. Excellent. I took you for granted. As proof of your victory, here's the Boulder Badge. John received the Boulder Badge. That's official Pokemon League badge. Sparrow's Pokemon become more powerful. The technique Flash can now be used anytime. Wait, take this with you. John received TM34. TM contains a technique that can be taught to Pokemon. TM is good only once, so when you use one to teach a new technique, pick the Pokemon carefully. TM34 contains Bide. The Pokemon will absorb damage in battle, then pay it back double. There are all kinds of trainers in the world. You appear to be very gifted as a Pokemon trainer. Go to the gym in Cerulean and test your skills. Just as I thought, your Pokemon chant material. And I took my time with the dialogue here so Red can catch up. but that doesn't matter. Last task for Blue is to heal up at the Pokemon Center. And Red will follow shortly. Oh! Time to save my game in Pokemon Blue, and once we reach the Pokemon, and that's it for Blue. Just need to wait for Red to wrap up. And that's it for today's episode. Next time we're gonna try and make our way through Mount Moon. So, if you like this video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I greatly appreciate it. With all out of the way, this is Mike Gordon signing out.